Hi guys, welcome back to this African Perspective. Thank you all for stopping by. Okay, so you guys know that due to the economy and the cost of living and how expensive rent is these days, there are a lot of people I've seen, like I'm starting to see more people who are actually giving up, like when they rent a house or they have a house, they give up like one bedroom out of it and be like they need a roommate to actually live there. So there's a lot of like roommates living due to that, because I mean, who can afford like rent that be like 2,000 something, about 1,000 something a month? So at least if you can get somebody to share it with, it actually reduces a lot of load from you financially. That is the reason why many people are actually going into that. But at the end of the day, you know, it's definitely not easy living with people, and there are some dramas that actually come with it. So we're going to be checking out the like horror stories relating to like roommates and how bad it is. Okay, I want to give a big shout out to Owens Daniels for the $2 super thanks. Thank you so much for your support for the channel. I really appreciate you. I want to give a big shout out to Getting Better for $10 super thanks. Thank you so much. Make sure you please click the like button. It really helps with the algorithm. I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into it.
So my cousin lost his job and he's been living with me for like 2 weeks now. Rent free, by the way. And look at this bullshit I see today. This guy literally labeled all his belongings that he bought so no one could take them. I thought this one didn't say his name. When I grabbed it, boom, $1. This guy's literally making business inside my own fridge. He really thinks I'm gonna fucking pay for anything in here. He has the audacity, bro. And I bought him this cereal. I bought it. He did say he was gonna pay me, but I was like, you know what, bro? You're not working. It's okay. It's on me. How you have the audacity to put your name if you didn't even pay for it? Like I said, I got you. You can't share. It literally says family size. Like I get it if he was my roommate and he was paying rent, but this guy's living rent free for 2 weeks, and I don't know how to tell him, but I feel uncomfortable in my own house now, so I need to kick this guy out. Like, I was the nice guy. I was the nice cousin that let him stay at my apartment. But, bro, you can't be that stingy living at other people's house. I don't know what to do. Hey, but if he wants to be like that when he comes home today, this shit ain't opening. This is Adrian's apartment. Oh, yeah, I'm keeping that same energy. Shit's gonna be locked.
Okay. I know I'm not tripping. I just need to make sure that the rest of the world isn't as delusional as my roommate. So my mom I have been fortunate and blessed enough to have a mother that provides household goods for me. I have never had to buy tissue, paper towels, laundry detergent, dish pods. I've never had to buy things like that. She's in this little club at work and she just has more than she can use, so she always gives me and my brother household goods, right? So I have roommates. The household goods that my mom gives me, she gives me every 3 months, I'll say every 3 months. So when I go home to Alabama and I come back to Atlanta, I bring those things back, and I have roommates. So I will put things that are just for general use in the general use spots. That's another one of my roommates. Not talking about her, but anyway. So I would bring all this stuff home, like the dish pods, laundry detergent, like stuff, because like I'm one person. I get it for free. My mom provides these things for me, so I'm not really like that up in arms about it. Like I bring it, I say have at it, use it, blah blah blah, because I know that my mom's gonna give me more in the next 3 months. Correct. So the pods are out, right? The pods are out. They don't know that my mom has already sent me pods again, because like I said, she sends them every 3 months. They're in my car though. I haven't brought them in the house. And then they're gonna start this group chat talking about some I'm going to get some stuff for the house. Everybody send me $15. No. And then when I tell them like, no, I've been supplying things for the house and I haven't asked you guys for money, because quite frankly, I get it for free, but still it's things that are a blessing to me that I am trying to bless other people with. But if you want me to hold my blessing to myself so that I don't run out, so that I don't have to go buy things, then I'll do that. And then they're like, no, like I just feel like you get those things for free, and like now we're out and like all we're asking is $15. And I feel like this. If I would have kept all my pies and all my stuff to myself, my one self, I I would still have all those things. None of those things will be out for me right now, correct? If I would have kept those things for myself. But since I decided to spread the love and everybody used it, now it's out. It is up to y'all to figure it out. I done already contribute. I done contributed. I don't care if it was free. We're not married. This ain't no what's mine is yours and what's yours is ours. No, bitch. I already provided my part as a fellow member of the house. And now that things are running low, you want me to contribute again when I'm the reason you even had tissue to wipe your ass? You even had pies to wash the dishes in the first place? And you want me to pay you? And her whole argument was that I get it for free. Bitch, you are not fucking me! It don't matter! It's mine! It's mine! Okay? So, since they want to play hardball, I'm going to be keeping my stuff to myself. Yep, I'm going to be keeping the dish pods in my room. Yep, every time I wash dishes, I'm going to use the dish pods since I get, let me hold on to my free things. Let me hold on to my free things, and so they don't run out. The fuck? Girl, that pissed me off for today. That threw me.
I know I talk a lot of shit for someone who's scared to leave her room because her roommate and her boyfriend are in the living room, and every time they see me, they look at me like I'm Colleen Ballinger. And the thing is, I am so hungry, but I am more scared of the weird tension that's in the air every time we're in the same room. And one time they even stopped me from doing my laundry because said boyfriend was on a meeting. Here's a bright idea. Why doesn't he take the meeting at his own house? And honestly, I'm just glad I have the master, because if I had to leave my room and share a bathroom with her, I probably would have died from a UTI by now.
There is no way in hell he actually counted the amount of rice he has in that plate. Oh my god. The lady who was talking about her and the whole laundry detergent and everything, it's very simple actually. The way you can deal with that, it's not even difficult. Like, I mean, if you guys want to complain and tell me, hey, like, oh, you need to pay some money to buy something that I've actually been doing, like, just like that. It's not like you guys even asked for it. I just did it freely from the bottom of my heart. I just wanted us to like share, use some stuff. What I'm gonna do is, I would not complain, I would not say anything. All I would do is just go grab my stuff. Like, every time I have any laundry detergent, everything, I'll just put it in my room and I'll use it. Because if she was using it alone by herself, then she wouldn't have even run out of it, because it's gonna last her so long. And then they can just go and buy it with their money. If someone does that for me and is sharing something with me, why would I even have so much courage to come and like hit you up and be like, hey, can you give me money to go buy this? You need to contribute in this, when she never asked you. And like, don't even tell them that you're getting it for free, because she's even saying it that she's getting it for free is what is making them feel like, oh, if you got it for free, then you should pay some money for it. But either way, is just keep it to yourself now.
I know we can't financially unnormalize living with a roommate, but can we please not normalize living with a roommate? I can't. Like, oh my god. I think back to just college. Like, I love my old roommates. I love them. They are amazing people. Living? I would like to never go back to the days where you send passive-aggressive texts just over simple household tasks, such as like, I just took out the garbage. When are you gonna do it? Or, this is my third week in a row buying the dish soap. When are you gonna buy it? Or just letting them know, like, hey, I'm gonna be waking up early tomorrow. Sorry if I'm loud in advance. Or like telling them, turn on the TV, please. It's on 90 when I'm trying to sleep at night. God forbid they slammed. I can't. Like, my pet peeve was slamming a door. If a door was slammed, immediate. It's like I'd be sleeping and I'd be like awake. Like, we can't normalize having a roommate again. I know financially you need one basically now, but dear God, I can't. Like, I'm out of college. Why am I living with? Don't normalize it, please.
Why did no one tell me that living alone is so fucking expensive?
Yup, and this is exactly why I don't live alone. I've been living with roommates the past 3 years, and I've had good and bad experiences. Thankfully, the roommates I have right now are great people, and they're good friends of mine. What I love about my roommates is that we work like a team. If we're going to one place together, we carpool. We also share groceries together, and one of my roommates loves to cook and shares everything that she makes. I don't cook as much, but it is hard to cook for one person, so whenever I cook, I always share as well. I just feel like sharing supplies with other people makes life way easier. My rent is also super cheap. I share a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house with 2 other people and I only pay $680. I even get a fully fenced backyard. I know living with roommates isn't for everyone, but you really just have to find quality people. People that you can rely on and trust and don't mind sharing things with. We also save a lot of money by splitting utility bills 3 ways. It's not our fault that wages haven't kept up with cost of living, so I'll have to live with roommates for a while. I get to save a lot of money and I don't feel alone, and my roommates and I work like a team. So if you're contemplating living alone, maybe you just need to find really good people to live with. Because trust me, living alone is getting to be more expensive. If you like this video, follow me for more finance tips.
Excuse me?
It's not normal to ask to put a lock and key on the door.
There's a lock on the fucking bathroom. I'm not moving out tomorrow. I paid my rent. I am here until May 1st.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. You can't kick me out.
Okay, well, you're not.
That is literally against the law.
This is my apartment.
It is my apartment too. I paid to be here.
You are not allowed to have anyone spend the night. No. I don't want to deal with COVID. I don't want to deal with any more of this. It's already bad with just you right now. And if you're hating it here, well, you know what?
I don't hate it here. You make it uncomfortable to live here.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
You said you're moving out May 1st. That's great. Okay. I'm not gonna. I am not gonna bend over backwards for anyone that I'm not giving respectful energy. Okay.
I've been very respectful to you. Yes, I have. I have been so respectful here. Everything you do, I ask. I take the trash out. I clean up after myself. I'm quiet. I know you're working. I try to stay out of your way. When you need to get in the bathroom, I leave so you can get into the bathroom. I'm quiet when I come home and go. I don't ask anything of you. I don't take up your time. I don't even text you because you don't like texting. I give you your space. I stay out of your way. I'm an incredibly respectful roommate. And I don't affect you.
Why would you destroy it? I said, I didn't.
I didn't destroy anything. And then you had the audacity to say that there's water damage. There was no water damage. And then when I asked you to send me a picture, you wouldn't. And you were blowing up my phone. You were asking me while I was trying to work.
Video, okay?
I didn't get a video from you. I didn't get anything in my email from you. And there's no water damage because I can see it. It's exactly as I left it.
Okay, you know what? Have great next month. Let me know the date you're moving out because I'm going to change locks. And you're not having guests over at all. I don't want anyone in my fucking apartment right now because this right now is too much for me to absorb. I even bought you sheets. Have you ever washed your sheets?
Yes, I've washed the sheets.
Okay. So I can't. You're not having anyone over.
Yes, I am.
It's a liability for
you. Did not say that before I moved in.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not. You are lying. Take a fucking Xanax and chill the hell out.
I don't take pills, and you're not going to have guests over. I'm not trying to be a cold-hearted bitch. It's my apartment.
It's our apartment.
It's my apartment. I'm on the lease. You're renting a room. And I'm not trying to be a cold-hearted bitch. What?
From you, yes.
Right. So when you say it's our apartment, you did not pay a broker fee.
I live here too.
You're renting a room.
This is my home. This is my home too.
While you pay rent, it is
yes.
for you. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's not our apartment. It's you're renting a room, you're a guest in my home, and I'm trying to make you feel comfortable.
I shouldn't be like that.
Okay, well, you know what?
This is my home too. I live
it's not
here
a good
too.
fit, and you're willing to, you can move out anytime you want.
Can I have a moment to get a word out? Can I have a moment to get a word out?
No, because it's not going anywhere. If you want to get your
own
apartment.
You're not letting me talk.
Because I gotta get back to work. I'm working. I should move out tomorrow then, because right now...
I'm not going to move out tomorrow.
Okay.
I thought we were fixing this, not starting another fight.
Right. So
let's fix this. I don't want to start another fight.
Then you can pay rent for April, and then if you pay rent, possibly your sister, because I do not want... If you're going to move out May 1st, okay, because right now it's getting me... And you wanted to put a lock and key on the door?
Yes, because I feel like my space has been disrespected.
Okay, serious question. How old is too old to still have a roommate? I'm 28 years old and I still have a...
I'm convinced that like in this economy, the only way that you are not having a roommate is if you come from generational wealth or you're just fortunate enough to be making bank. Like bank. I'm not talking about like 100K because in this economy, 100K is the new 50K. I know people out here who are making decent money, what you would think, and they still obviously need a roommate. So to answer this question, I feel like in our state right now and people our age, we're going to be seeing a lot of it. It's going to be very, very normalized and no more of like, if you have roommates, you're a loser or a bum or it's embarrassing. No, because it's becoming the only way to survive. You're either having roommates or living back with your parents. The 1% are the ones that are able to financially be independent, living on their own. It's
I have connected 3 roommates together to live together. I knew both of them, and I knew both 2 sisters, and I knew one. Connected the 3 of them together, and when they lived together, they actually had got into a fight, an argument. They had a lot of issues, and do I tell you that they had this issue in the span of just about 2 weeks together? And at first, the first week, if you see how they were all acting like best friends, like oh my god, they were getting along, and before you know it, the next thing it became really tough, and it was stars against one. And the day where they were supposed to have an argument and really fight, they had to go to my house and drag me out of my apartment, and they dragged me straight to theirs and kept me there just for them to start throwing hands at each other and fighting. And I was like, why did they bring me here? Were they thinking I'm gonna join them and throw hands? Hell no. I just stood there by the side and was watching, and everybody, the whole neighbors actually rushed in and was staring. And you would not find me throwing hands. I was just standing on the side because I'm not taking anyone's side. Just because I could. What I was even doing was blaming myself.
My junior year of college, I was an RA, and I was a cool RA. Like, I don't care if your man comes to stay. Anyway, I had this roommate. She was a freshman, and through what I felt like was a federal investigation, I ended up finding out that she was pretending to shower. She did not use toilet paper, and she did not wash her hands when we were in the midst of a global pandemic, right? And it took me a while to come to this conclusion, but she smelled like a hot trash can in Alabama. She smelled so bad. Anyway, so I'm the RA, so I can do whatever I want, right? So I bought out like all these candles from Bath and Body Works, and I decided to light one. I put it in like our little like sink place, like where we brush our teeth, and then I went to the kitchen to get something. When I came back, the candle was blown out. I was like, oh my gosh, that's weird. I was going back to the kitchen. I think I was like air frying something. Literally, I'm the RA, I can do whatever I want to. Came back, it was blown out again. I was like, okay, like maybe it's a dry for here, like I'll just put the candle in my room. Put the candle in our room, finished doing whatever I was doing in the kitchen, came back in my room. My roommate is literally sitting in my room like, oh, she called me. And I'm like, what are you doing in my room? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, bro, like literally get out of my room. Like, what are you doing? Like, don't be fucking up my space. It's the only clean space in this entire house because you stink so bad. So anyway, I looked down, the candle's blown out. So I was like, okay, Candy, that's what we're gonna call it. Candy's been blowing out my candles this entire time. So I texted her and I was like, hey, first of all, don't ever go in my room unless you want problems with me. Okay, let's start there. And she was, and I'm, okay. Anyway, so I was like, don't ever do that again. Like, the only reason that I have these candles light is because you stink. End of discussion. She didn't say anything else. Left me on red. Okay. Then the next day I'm at my other job when I worked at the library, and I get a text from my big boss, and he was like, hey, we need you to hop on this Zoom call right now. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I hop on the Zoom call, and it's like all my bosses, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And they were like, did you say that your roommate stinks? And I was like, yeah, I did. And they were like, why did you say that? And I told them why. And they're like, that's inappropriate. Like, that's mean. That's bullying. That's blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And he was like, well, you need to text her and apologize. You need to send her an email and apology. And when you get home, you need to apologize again. And I was like, okay. So I texted her, and I was like, this is the reason that I said that you stink. It was never giving apology. It was never giving apology, right? So anyway, whatever. Get back on another Zoom with the big boss, and he was like, yeah, also we're going to be putting you in anger management classes because you really need to figure that out. And mind you, he was not. And I was like, you really, whatever. So then we ended up having a bigger intervention with the girl and her mama and like the bigger bosses. And the mom was like, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention this in our previous meeting, but Jayana fought my daughter. And I was like, oh really, when? Just like that. I said, oh really, when? And she's like, oh, you think you're so smart? It was February 18th. And I was like, Candy, isn't that your sister's birthday? And she was like, yeah, how do you know that? I was like, because you kept telling me, and you texted me, and I have the text right here that you were going to be home in Texas on February the 18th. February the 18th, I was also in Mobile, Alabama getting my driver's license renewed. Exhibit A. Thank you very much. It says February 18th. And she was like, the mom was like, okay, well maybe Jayana didn't fight my daughter, but this is unnecessary, blah, 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 blah. Hey, I quit. Thank you so much.
Honestly, like sometimes when you have about just 2 roommates, sometimes it actually works out and there's not like a lot of problem or arguments with that. But when you start having like about 3, and then it's like sometimes you might actually have some ganging up against you, and it's like, because there'll be just, I don't think the 3 of you will really get along really well. There'll just be maybe 2 that get along well, and then 1 that just is actually treated like an outcast. So in that situation, it's almost the same old tree friendship group like that. That's just how it is. But yeah, it's definitely not easy, and I know that there are a lot of people who definitely not even go, like they will not live in a place with a roommate because they don't really want to be having all this type of arguments. They don't want to be fighting. But because of how expensive rent is, that is why you see people in this situation. Or else all these things would even have happened to some people. Some actually love living with people. They don't like living alone. But I mean, the amount of fights and arguments and different type of disagreements that I have seen with having roommates is just too much. To be very honest, like I think for some people, I don't know how difficult it is since I've not really lived that, but there are actually people who have shared roommates in one bedroom, and this one's like, I feel like if you guys are living in different bedrooms, maybe it's just like kitchen that is actually that's just the only thing that's connecting you guys together, and then like you all individually have your bathrooms. I feel like there should really be like there should be less fights, there should be less arguments between these people, because I think for the ones that have the most arguments that I've seen are actually the ones who share one bedroom, literally. So what are you gonna say if you're fighting with somebody and you're having disagreements with somebody who literally has their own room, they have their own bathroom, majority of the time they are there with their doors locked? So like, why are you guys even having so much fight and argument compared to someone who would actually be sharing one bedroom together? Like, you guys lay on the same bed, and some are even treated like outcasts. It's either your roommate wants to be inviting a bunch of friends that is making you uncomfortable in the house where you can't even do things. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. And if you are somebody who does not have the mindset of actually being considerate, you do not have any consideration for another person, it's definitely going to be difficult for you to live with someone. You guys are going to really fight all the time. You guys will have arguments, and it could even get physical. So that is just how it is, and nobody want to live in a toxic environment. I think if you call a place a home, this is a place you want to live in and rest. Why should you be fighting and going back and forth with someone when you should just be at peace after dealing with life and dealing with other things? I shouldn't be back home and fighting. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And also leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.